Good morning, doctor. Today I will share my topic is influence of emotional intelligence on psychological well-being among university students in China, mediating role of self-regular learning and moderating role of motivation. Because the situation, the population of students increase to meet the suicide problems, even though they will meet the problems experience depression, anxiety, and stressful. So we need to focus on student mental health and focus on student psychological well-being. Purpose statement: we have 5 gaps. One gap is emotional intelligence and psychological well-being. Second gap is emotional intelligence and self-regular learning. Third gap is self-regular learning and psychological well-being. Fourth gap is mediator variable of self-regular learning. Self-regular learning should be used a mediator variable to enhance the more clearly explain the relationship between emotional intelligence and psychological well-being. 5 gap is moderator variables of motivation. Emotional intelligence and motivation are positive relationship and that there are positive correlations between motivation and self-regular learning, which suggests that motivation can strengthen the relationship between self-regular learning and emotional intelligence. This is my research question. A. Does emotional intelligence influence psychological well-being among university students in China? B. Does emotional intelligence influence self-regular learning university students in China? C. Does self-regular learning affect the psychological well-being university students in China? D. Does self-regular learning mediate the relationship between emotional intelligence and psychological well-being among university students in China? E. Does motivation moderate the relationship between emotional intelligence and self-regular learning among university students? This is my research objective. A. To determine how Chinese university students' psychological well-being is impacted by their emotional intelligence. B. To investigate how Chinese university students' self-regular learning is impacted by emotional intelligence. C. To examine the effect of self-regular learning on psychological well-being among university students in China. D. To ascertain that self-regular learning influences the relationship between Chinese university students' psychological well-being and emotional intelligence. E. To figure out whether amongst Chinese university students, motivation moderates the relationship between emotional intelligence and self-regular learning. This side is independent variables, is emotional intelligence, is 4 dimensions for emotional intelligence. And the moderate variables is motivation. They have 2 dimensions, is extrinsic motivation and extrinsic motivation. Medium variable is self-regulated learning. 1 dimension is cognitive and metacognitive strategies. Dependent variable is psychological well-being. They have 6 dimensions. Thank you. This is my reference. Thank you. 这个讲的还可以。